Hello students, I am Dr. Ashish Adolia, Assistant Professor of Pacific Business School, Udaipur, Rajasthan. In this video, we shall discuss about basics of research and mainly going to have an idea about research definitions and types of researches. So main learning objectives of this video would be imparting the knowledge about basic definitions of research, objectives of research, and types of research. We exactly understand research as search for knowledge. A research drove a voyage of discovery for researchers. So, moving from unknown to known and probing to understand unknown facts is research. According to Redman and Maury, research is a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. It is an academic activity and therefore the term should be used in a technical sense. And according to Clifford Woody, research comprises defining and redefining problems, formulating hypotheses or suggested solutions, collecting, organizing and evaluating data, making deductions and reaching conclusions, and finally carefully testing the conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulated hypothesis. So somehow research is complete our voyage of discovery. So the systematic journey of a set of action, theory, formulation and knowledge building fulfills several purposes, such as it offers a tool for building knowledge and for facilitating learning. It offers means to understand various issues and increase public awareness. It is an aid to business success. It is a way to prove lies and to support truths. It is a means to find goals and seize opportunities. It is a seed to love reading, writing, analyzing and sharing valuable information, and it also nourishes and exercises for the mind. Now let's start with the types of researches. The first one is fundamental research. Fundamental research is mainly concerned with formulation or development of a theory. It is also known as pure, basic or the theoretical research. For example, if a research is carried on with a view to make generalization about human behavior is an example of this research. Such researches may direct toward finding information to aid knowledge to existing organized body of scientific knowledge. Applied research. Such type of research aims at finding a solution for an immediate problem facing by society, business, industry, etc. For example, marketing research, evaluation research, or any research looking to discover some pressing practical problem is known as applied researches. Exploratory research. Such research is helpful to pursue several possibilities simultaneously. If a general subject is chosen for study purpose to present background over subject with the purpose to improve familiarity over subject is example of exploratory research. It also allows to explore relationships among variables. So, exploration of effect of relationships between the participating variables helps us to generalize research subject. The next one is descriptive research. Descriptive research includes surveys and fact-finding experiences. If you want to describe a state of present affairs of a particular situation, then it is descriptive research. In this kind of researches do not have any control over the variables. He can only report what has happened and what is exactly happening. Example, of such researches type is assessing frequency of shopping, performance of the people, etc. Action research. It is a set of course of action or the actions is applied over a particular situation. What would be effect of them on the problem situation is known as action research. In such research, researchers firstly understand the problem situation and then develop some planned action for optimal solution of the problem situation to determine which plan or which course of action would be the best among all, and after that also perform periodical assessment for subsequent changes and the modifications. Research type is evaluation research. The research is tended to evaluate performance, effectiveness, progression of any already implemented or ongoing process or the program or the policy, etc. Then it is known as evaluation research. Evaluation can be performed in three patterns or the three types. The first one is concurrent evaluation, when evaluation is performed with continuing process. The second one is the periodic or the phasic evaluation, when evaluation take places in the subsequent phases. And the last one is the terminal evaluation, when evaluation is performed in the final phase of process, program or the policy implementation. The next one, experimental research. If research is performed with much greater control over the research environment, and in this case some variables are manipulated to observe their effect on their variables, on other variables basically which are participating in the research, is experimental research. Researchers can create critical situation or the artificial situation to obtain particular data needed in such research type. The next one is the empirical research. Empirical research relies on experience of the observations without due regard for system and the theory. It is database research, coming up with the conclusions which are capable of being verified by observations or experiment. One thing which is to be remembered in such kind of researches is that data should be collected first-handedly at their source. The next one is survey research. When a research is aimed to investigate large or the small population to discover relevant impact and the interrelationship between socio-psychological variables, then the survey research should be followed. Mainly on the grounds of the fact all research types can broadly classified in two approaches. One is qualitative and the second one is quantitative. So the next one is qualitative research. Qualitative research is concerned with subjective assessment of attitudes, opinions and behavior. Research in such a situation is a function of researchers' insight and impressions. Such research result into non-qualitative form or in the form which are not subjected to rigorous quantitative analysis. Next one is quantitative. Quantitative research is subjected to rigorous quantitative analysis in a formal or rigid fashion. This approach can be subclassified into three categories, three types basically. First one is inferential, second one is experimental, and third one is simulation. The inferential research infer relationships or characterizes of population, and the next one is experimental research characterizes the effect of some variables on other variables, and the third one is simulation research offers the artificial environment which is to be constructed to generate the desired or the relevant information. The next research type is field investigation research. Research work is done in field with more realistic research environment. It is the optimal method for finding out the solution of real-world problems. The next one is ex post facto research. It is descriptive by nature, means no control over variables because their manifestation have already occurred or because they are inherently non-manipulative. The last research type of this lecture is historical research. In this research type, researcher studies event or ideas of past, including the philosophy of persons. For this research type, historical sources like documents, reports, recorded data can be used for developing inferences and logical analysis. It is also descriptive by nature. So thank you all. I hope you will find this video useful and informative. Thank you once again.